Blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a...
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike, excuse me. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
From the 29, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run, it's Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he's got Snead. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Anyway, watch twins.
Jackson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They toss to Ingram. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. At 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for James Conner. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
77.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st. Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October 2014 was kind to Big Ben.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And the Steelers first down.
Like 20. 57 for Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Owasor able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check back, check back. 57 to Mike. 50. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, check.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
On third down, here's Samuels. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch it, here we go, here we go.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. After the sack, here's second and 11.
Check tight. Check tight. 55.
Here's Ingram. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Complete. It's Johnson. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Move off, perfect. Tighten up. Check 43. Quarter.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Like 30. Alert. Check 48 to Mike. Check 48 to Mike. Let's go, D. 48.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Josh Bynes came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
22, 44. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to launch it for Washington, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike 50.
Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 99. These two. Double bump. Check the backer, check the backer. Check. Solid, 5 down.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
He's checking. Crash. Check. Take both of them. Jack 16. Hey. Quarter. Kill. Black.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Returnable for Thomas. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet,
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ready? 2:30. 50 seconds to mine. Yeah. You don't want none. Switch. Show that bench release and go. Shit. Why they say?
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Check 9, check 9. 50. Bravo. No spacing. 56. Check 56. Check 5.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. First and 10 at the 9th. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a first and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5. Ingram again.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're... And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't get nervous. Easy. Hey, Haywood.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
All right, now, 230. 6, right there, 56. I know he ain't got it. Middle. Left out. 56. Check 56. Hey, Zoo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hey, come on,
at their 48-yard line.
Max 50.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ingram. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now this throw complete to Washington. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Start! 180! Alert! 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. Third down here. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
A gain of 22. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now it's Roethlisberger. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Roethlisberger now 9 of 17 through the air.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
It's 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I'm scared.
He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hey, that! 180! 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
On first down, it's Connor. Oh, no, lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.